Okay, what's going on, everybody? I'm about a week behind on everything. Also, so this video is an open tag. Plus, I'm going to tag a couple people at the end of the video. So this video, I was tagged by Uncle Kyle. Sorry, brother, I'm a little behind. This is the 10-question quarantine lockdown tag. So, okay, 10 questions while you're in quarantine, been in quarantine or lockdown. And here are the 10 questions. Number 1, how many rolls of TP, toilet paper, do you have? Well, honestly, I haven't had a problem with toilet paper since this whole stupid thing began. I have had a problem with things like hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, disinfectant stuff, because that's gone. But we had enough TP already before this thing started. Plus, we have had some people give us a bunch of TP in the interim, so we didn't have a problem with TP. So we have about, how many rolls of TP would you say we have? About 20, 25 rolls? About 20, 25 rolls of TP, roughly. So we haven't had a problem with TP. Question 2, the biggest change you've noticed since lockdown? Biggest change. Biggest change, hold on, let me just check something. Okay, the biggest change since lockdown, I would say, is probably the freedom of doing things. Basically going out, the store and things like that have been a big challenge because I'm disabled and in a wheelchair. Just generally, daily things have been interrupted. So that's the biggest change I've noticed. And it's slightly getting better now. We're in the I live in Massachusetts, and it's kind of in the downturn now. It's slowly creeping down into the downturn. So we've hit the peak. We're slowly moving back into good numbers, but we're not ready to open up the state yet. Our governor is slowly opening up the state. Businesses are starting to come back. Certain businesses like restaurants are going to have it tough. That kind of thing. So that's the biggest change, is basically just doing the average daily life routine, like stuff has changed. Life has been uprooted. So you got to do things differently. What have you gone without since lockdown? What have I gone without? Well, it's kind of a weird question for me, because if you've been following my channel, you know my situation. If you're new to this channel and you don't know me, I've been doing YouTube for 7 years. I'm disabled, I'm in a wheelchair, and my health has been a challenge, and it's not the best. Or it wasn't the best. I've gone through some rough stuff. So I've been in rehab. I was in rehab most of last year. I wasn't home. 7 to 8 months out of 2019, I was in the hospital. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't home. So what have I gone without? So it's like I came out of rehab, came home, and I was hoping that my spring and summer were going to be fucking awesome and I was going to enjoy it. But now it seems that spring is just about over. So spring has been kind of screwed since we've been in quarantine. And now it looks like summer is not going to be that great. Summer, basically all public events have been shut down in our state. All special events, and all the cool stuff, all the fun stuff has basically been shut down, and we don't plan on seeing anything opening until like Labor Day, until like September. And then when September comes rolling around, it's going to be a very, very short time between September and flu season starts up again. And then the stupid virus might start up all over again. So this is an effed up year. So anyways, what have I gone without since lockdown? I haven't gone without anything really, because I've been without. I've had to deal with being without things when I was in rehab. So when I got home, I came back to my house. So any improvement from getting out of rehab and coming home was a blessing. So I haven't had to worry about going without, if you can understand that. So that's kind of like a nullified answer for me, because I only improved when I got out of rehab. So things kind of got better for me, and then the virus happened, and pandemic happened, and then we stuck. So it's kind of like going from one bad situation to another bad situation in a row. So it's kind of like where I'm at. That was question 4. That was question 3. Question 4 is, what am I most grateful for? Most people that I've seen this tag with have said family. I'm grateful for my family, and I love my family and all that. But honestly, that's a given. But the thing that I'm most grateful for right now is I'm glad I'm home. I'm glad I'm not in rehab, because the rehab that I was in was primarily elderly people. I was the youngest patient there. I was considered it was a running joke that I was the pediatric patient in rehab because I was the youngest. I'm in my early 50s. The average person in rehab that I was at was 75 to 80 years old. There were people in there that were over 100 years old in this rehab. From what I understand, this rehab that I'm in right now, that I was in, is like every other rehab, especially in Massachusetts. All rehabs, veterans homes, group homes, have all been hit extremely hard from this pandemic, and a lot of elderly people have died. And it's the same way in the rehab that I just came out of. I know somebody that I remain friends with, an employee that works there, and he told me that thank God you're home, because things aren't good in there. So that's what I'm thankful for, is being home, because at least I'm safe here. I wouldn't be safe there. I probably would have caught it, and God only knows what would have happened to me. Question number 5. What do you miss the most? What do I miss the most since the pandemic, since quarantine? What do I miss the most? I miss life the most. I miss enjoying life. I miss going out to a restaurant with my family. I miss going to a beach, going out, enjoying life. That's what I miss, because life is effed up and all these things are shut down, and our summer's going to be completely effed up because of this whole thing. And if you don't know, and I'll tell you, if you're living in the States, unfortunately I live in Massachusetts. In Massachusetts, New York, and New Jersey, that tri-state area has been hit the hardest in the United States. 52% of all the deaths in America right now from this pandemic, 52% of them come from these 3 states. So I think there's 88 to 90,000 deaths in the United States right now. 52% of that have come from New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I miss the most is life. I miss life. Just going out with my family, enjoying myself. That's what I miss the most. And I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. Like I think 2020 is screwed. I think this is going to be effed up, screwed year. Your favorite quarantine, question number 6, your favorite quarantine food. Favorite quarantine food. Well, since we've been in quarantine, what do you think our favorite quarantine food is? I don't know. We've been eating a lot of things like mashed potatoes, a lot of pasta, a lot of chicken. I wouldn't say I have a favorite food, quarantine food. Because we get our food from food pantries. So, whatever the food pantry brings us, and I just whip up stuff from our food pantry food. So everything that you see on my Instagram page, which the link will be is in the description box below, I do food blogs and I post all that stuff on Instagram. So all the food that I make and I post on Instagram comes from food pantry food, like 90% of it. So favorite quarantine food, I would say right now, it's not really food, but what I've really been enjoying is my wife discovered orange Coke. And she doesn't drink it, but she gave it to me. She thought because I like to try stuff. Let me tell you something, orange Coke is the bomb. If you've ever had it, never tried it, try orange Coke. I've been drinking like a couple times a week, just the 20-ounce bottles. And let me tell you something, I don't know how it is in your area, comment in the description box below. Tell me in your area, like where you're from, like generally, like what state or where you're from. In your area, tell me what a 20-ounce bottle of soda is in your area. I want to know. Because where we are from, in the greater Boston, Massachusetts area, a 20-ounce bottle of Coke nowadays is $2.25. When the hell did that happen? And what's even worse is that a 2-liter bottle of Coke is, what, $2?
$2.39.
$2.39 for a 2-liter bottle, and a 20-ounce bottle is $2.26. I don't understand that. Well, anyway, in the description box below, tell me how much a bottle of Coke, a 20-ounce bottle of Coke, a soda in your area costs. I'm just curious. It was quarantine food. Question number 7. How are you getting exercise or are you working out during this thing? Well, again, during this quarantine. Again, I recently came out of rehab a few months ago, and I've only been home since February. When I was in rehab, I was significantly jacked up. My strength has been significantly jacked up. And when I was in rehab, I jacked up my shoulder because I had to lie on my side a lot because I had an accident on my left thigh. So I couldn't lie on my side after my surgery. So I had to lie on my right, and I was lying on my right shoulder all the time. And I have a condition called, what do they call it? Shoulder impingement syndrome? Something like that. It's basically your bones squish the tendons in your shoulders, and it's extraordinarily painful. When I was in rehab, I effed up my right shoulder so badly that I had to have therapy on it every day, and even that didn't work. So I have to go in for shots to get the pain to go away. But since the pandemic, I have not been able to go get my shoulder shots. So I haven't been able to do any exercising really because my shoulders are so jacked up. I have to get both shoulders done. I haven't been able to do any weights or anything. So no real exercise. When it's like I'm able to get my shoulder shots doing, I'm hitting the weights again. So That's kind of like the exercise question. So exercise and workouts just kind of on hold right now for me. Question 8. Where have you gone out recently, if anywhere? Recently, I went to the prosthetic guy today. I am also an amputee. I have one leg. I'm getting a new leg, prosthetic leg. So I went to go see the prosthetic guy. It was a beautiful day out today where I'm at, and then I went to the store with my wife. We got some stuff, so that's kind of like that's where I've been. So in Massachusetts, in the greater Boston area where I live, things are starting to open up again, and people are being more chilled and relaxed. But there's still a lot of stupid, dumbass people out there. Cause go to my Instagram page and watch my rant video clips. I have a lot to say, so if you're interested in that, click on my Instagram link in the description box below and hook up with my Instagram, because I do a lot of Instagram, more than I do YouTube. So that was question 8. Question 9, how long has it been since you went camping? This is an easy one. When I was a boy, I went camping all the time. I used to go camping every summer. I used to go to camps for the summer. I love camping. I'm an outdoorsy kind of guy. I used to be an outdoorsy kind of guy. I would love to be able to go outdoors more. But since I'm now permanently in a wheelchair and kind of really can't do a lot of camping anymore, the last time I went camping was, what year did we move in here?
2007.
Last year I went camping. Last time I went camping was 2007. I took my family, my wife, my son, and some friends. There were, 7, 8 of us
Yes.
that went. We went to a state park in Massachusetts called Otter River. We stayed in a yurt. A yurt is a half tent, half cabin. And we went to the yurt. We had fire, we had food, we had steak. It was awesome. And yeah, so 2007 was the last time I went camping. So that was question 9. This video is running long, sorry. The last question is tag somebody. I'm going to tag Mike, the weapons collector. I'm going to tag Bob the metal guy. And I'm going to tag Timbo66. So, they're my tags. Like, share. Sorry the video's gone long. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, get my feed. Subscribe to my channel. Friend me on Instagram, because my Instagram is pretty awesome right now. And I'm doing a lot of Instagramming. Find your Serene Mad World. I appreciate you all. Get outside. Wear a mask. I'm out.